What is that smell? It is a brand new year. We have made it to 2025.
Yeah.
It feels ridiculous.
Oh
even
my
saying that.
gosh, we are so blessed to have crossed over to another year.
Yeah.
Like we've lost so many people in the previous year, and I think it's only right that you count it as a blessing
Yes.
for you to be chosen
Yeah.
for this particular season. I think
Definitely.
we are onto something.
We are definitely.
We
onto
give God the
something.
glory.
All the glory, guys.
And 2025 is here, guys. Like,
2025
it
is
feels
here.
so surreal. You know, when somebody would mention 2025, I thought that, oh, that's so
far away.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, wow, this is 2025.
But
It's
isn't it crazy that
2025.
between Christmas and New Year is just 7 days?
Yeah.
Like, it
I
feels like a
always-
lifetime apart.
It's crazy that yesterday people are gonna be making those corny jokes like I last saw you last year.
Yeah.
So, but I am those people, guys. I'm guilty, guys. It was so great when we hung out last year, right?
That was yesterday.
There's a saying in Oshuambo where people ask, "Mwafika mongana," which basically loosely translate, "Have you arrived in the new year well?"
safely.
And
I
now,
love that. I love
wherever you go, somebody that's like a point of conversation. That's how you start the conversation until somewhere in March, people ask you, "Wafika mongana." So, and then people are like, "Guys, if you see I am in 2025, don't ask
me.
how well I've arrived. You
I have
see,
arrived.
I've
I've
arrived.
arrived.
You
I have
see, I am
arrived.
here."
With us, with the Herreros, we have a saying that says, "Womdirwamo," like, were you pushed in?
Oh,
Did you cross over?
Some
Yeah.
of us barely made it. We're hanging
Like,
on
oh
by a
my
thread.
word, somebody willed me.
Someone willed you in.
Yeah,
You know,
I
does
like
that-
that. Yeah.
I like the Herero people's way of interaction. They also say "uno mwinyo," which loosely translate, "Are you still alive?"
Yeah, and then you're like, dude, you can't see me.
Yeah, sometimes maybe you're not even there.
Your soul
you're just
is not there.
Yeah,
You're dead
you're
inside.
dead inside. But
Are
hey,
you going to fix my death from inside?
yeah, somewhat, somewhat. Because then I can ask what's causing you inner death money. I'm like, okay, fine,
Okay,
Shani, I'll
take
give
a
you money.
200.
Take a 200.
Cool.
But yes, guys, we have made it to 2025. Like Aina said, just be grateful because so many people didn't get to this point, and we are the blessed and the chosen few that have made it to 2025. Don't take that for granted. But anyway, we do have a rocking episode for you just to usher in the new year properly. We'll of course be getting into our New Year's resolutions right after this break.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.
Now, at the start of every new year, it's of course inevitable that we come up with New Year's resolutions.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote, because a lot of the times we make these resolutions and because we think, oh, but I have 12 months. And before you know it, it's December and you're like, oh, shucks. I don't have time anymore.
Yeah.
So I just want to find out from
Yeah.
you ladies, what are some of your resolutions, for lack of a better term? I mean, everybody refers to them as New Year's resolutions, but let me rather say,
Goals.
what are your goals and aspirations for this year?
I think for me, it's simple. It's just to do what I have not done in 2024.
Okay.
Everything that I did not accomplish in 2024, which was on my, to-do list, and I probably didn't get time to do it, or I was lazy, or it just slipped my mind. Those are the things that I'm going to, be doing this year. For
Yeah.
me, I write down all my goals.
Okay.
And at the end of each year, on the 31st, I always go back to my goals, the ones I've written at the beginning of the year, and then I tick off everything that I have achieved. Usually, I also do monthly and weekly goals. So when I do monthly goals, I take my monthly goals from the yearly goals, and then I cut them into smaller pieces, and then monthly I can then come and tick off. Those that I was not able to accomplish is what I usually do the previous year. And only once I have fully accomplished everything, I then go on to set new goals.
New goals.
Yeah.
And you know what? That actually makes the goals more attainable.
Yeah.
Because again, if you set goals so far in advance, most of the times we give up before we even get there because it's like, how am I going to make $1 million? You know, and then you give up. But then if you say, okay, you know what? Starting this month, I'm going to save up, let's say $5,000 and things like that. If you break down the goals, it makes them easier and it makes them more attainable. Because if you just have this chunk, you think, oh, but I have all the time in the world to accomplish that. Either that or you just end up getting demotivated and discouraged.
Yeah, but the moment you break it down, it's more attainable. Like this week, I am just writing emails out. Whatever.
Yes.
Next week, I'm doing this.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Actually, was not doing that. I would have goals and hopefully achieve them.
Somewhere, somehow, God must intervene.
God, please, you know your daughter. You know me. But yeah, I like that. I really like that. For me this year, I want to focus more on my art. Like creative-wise, I want to write more. I want to direct more. I want to be more in the film space because I don't think I've taken up space as much for the past couple of years. So I want to take up more space in that area, and I want to do it intentionally, not
Just by the way.
Yeah. So we happen to have a project, and we thought of you. So do you want to come on board? I don't want that. I want to be an active participant in the industry like that.
Nice.
So I want to be more focused on that this year. You know, just create art for myself, as I've also not been doing that because we just creating
You've been
because
doing
we
things
get
for other people, not for
Yes,
yourself.
exactly,
You know,
yeah.
as you were speaking, I just started laughing because I remembered something. I was thinking of something, and then I just thought 2025 is my year, and I started laughing.
That's what I say every year.
2024 was also
This year, for real, but for real, guys, 2035 is my
Every
year.
year is your year.
Every year is my year. So
it's
it's
a year we are going to make those millions. Also, on another note, I also want to focus on my money. Like,
Yes.
just figure out where I can invest it. Just how have a better relationship with my money in terms of savings.
Yes.
In terms of also investments or side businesses, whatever it is. I just
True.
want to
That's a
have
great goal.
intentional aspects with my money. Like
Yeah.
I'm putting my money $1,000 every month
For this.
Yeah.
I think that's great because, again, when it comes to money, it's what I was saying, where you set these unrealistic goals. That's another thing. We'll get into that, of course, when we start talking about vision boards and like planning. But when you tell yourself, I'm going to make $1 million this year, but how? You have no solid plan. You think $1 million is just going to fall from the sky. Yes, we serve a miracle working God, but come on now, guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do have to put plans and systems in place. For me, my resolution this year, more money, of course.
Yes.
More money left, right, and center. Money must follow me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get married. No, maybe not married. Engaged this year.
In-game. Whoa!
Bae, if you're watching.
Bae,
It's,
Wherever you are.
it's giving sub what? What's the word?
Subliminal hints.
Yes.
Yeah, subliminal
Yes.
hints. Wherever you are. I know we haven't met yet, but wherever you are, this year is the year of our engagement, 2020. I don't know, for me, 5 is my lucky number. 5 is my lucky number.
So
I
you've
love
dated
that.
for 4 years and now it's your 5th year.
Never. What is this, a degree? No, why am I dating a man for 4 years?
6 months later, we are engaged.
6 months later, we're engaged, quick, fast. But anyway, since
okay.
we're on the topic of New Year's resolutions, I found some funny resolutions online, right? This one says, go vegan for 6 months and inevitably give up.
Oh no.
Remember what I
think in
Is that not what I
2023
did?
I was
Pescatarian.
pescatarian.
Both you and I.
Oh,
I was
pescatarian,
vegan, you were
actually.
pescatarian.
Yes.
I lasted at least a good 6
No, I
months.
couldn't
No,
just
no.
afford
Maybe
the clean eating.
I see.
I lasted a good 6 months. I think.
Nice.
No. 5 months. Yeah.
I'm
somewhere
every year.
Almost made it.
Every year, I'm vegan for exactly 21 days.
Wow.
Oh, you start your year with
the
fast.
Daniel's fast.
Okay,
Yes.
nice.
I like
So
that.
every year. There was a time I did try to go vegan for a few. Oh, guys, I know
Vegan
this
is-
vegan
guys,
lifestyle. Okay,
guys.
this one says stock up on fresh fruits and vegetables and eat them before they turn into green mystery goop in the back of the fridge. How many of you are guilty of this? Yeah, you buy fruits and vegetables and you say you're
Because
not
I'm changing my
clean
life.
eating.
Clean eating.
And then they just rot in the fridge. Sign up for a marathon that I bravely will not actually run.
I can.
Have
'cause
you?
I love running, and okay, this year I have not, and this year I actually signed up to do
You mean last year?
exercising work. Last year,
Yeah.
I mean, I signed up to do exercising work, but then I never did it.
You never
Be
actually
like,
did
"Ah,
it.
No.
Yeah, you know when you set the New Year's resolutions, you're like,
But why
this
is
year I'm
everybody
gonna work
running
out.
though? I saw it happening last year, and just everybody's
The
now all of a
Bible
sudden
said,
running.
the wicked shall run with no one chasing
Exactly.
them.
It never made any
I'm
sense.
just saying. And then we have unfollow all the Kardashians, but continue to keep up.
Unfollow all celebrities
All
and
celebrities.
still Zula
and
or
still
still
Zula for the
go gossip news. You unfollow them on social media, but then go search them on Google.
God, yes.
Google
And Shade
engine.
Room.
And Shade Room, exactly. Managed to go the entire year without accidentally telling someone random on the phone, love you, as the call ends. Although the scheduler from my dentist's office did seem to appreciate it.
I have done
You're that person.
embarrassingly, guys, embarrassing.
But I'm just a
so
lover.
many times, so many times, and you're like, love you. I'm like, oh my word, did I just say that to the boss?
To the stranger.
To a stranger. Okay, bye, love you. Ha.
Ebana.
And
I'm a
then
lover, yeah.
there is unfriend. I think this will count towards like middle of the year.
Yeah.
Unfriend every person who shares their unsolicited diet or exercise regimen.
Please.
I know I said
Anyone-
I'd be fit this year, but you're
Yeah.
Shame us.
Don't shame us. But anyway, after the break, we're getting into more goal planning and, of course, visualizing how to actually get into the right mood for the rest of the year. So stick around for that.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
So now we're talking about vision boards and prayer boards. And if you're a journalist, no, not a journalist, if you're a journaler, I guess.
Somebody who
Journals, yes. If journaling is your thing. So I don't know, what are you, a vision board, prayer board, or
I used to
journal
be
type
a
person?
very vision board person.
Okay.
But now I realize that I can manifest something without having to physically paste it on the wall or anything.
Yeah.
So this year, I'm not doing a vision board.
Okay.
Last year, I didn't have one. But maybe I should try a prayer board. I've never had a prayer board.
What
but
is a prayer board? Actually, I want to
So
to know
basically,
more about that.
a prayer board is you write letters, you write prayers, sort of like letters to God with your prayer to say, okay, for finances, career-wise, relationships-wise, this is what I want. So you have these different prayers. You put them in like little envelopes. You see right there, it says growth, to do, family, relationships. So those are basically your prayers. So some people write them on just cards and paste them there. But if you're someone that has a lot of people coming in and out of your room, you can put them in little envelopes so that, you know, you still have that private thing.
Privacy,
Yeah, you still have that
And
privacy.
you also have to write down the scripture that goes along
Yes.
with that which
With
you
that
want.
which
You read it every day, or it's just you write it and you put it up there?
You write
and
it, you put it up there, but again, with the scriptures, I think it would be good to just meditate on
You
them
must affirm
and
them
affirm
every
them
day.
every morning.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you would say, I am the head and not the tail. I am a lender and not a borrower. That could be regarding finances. To say, I am a lender, not a borrower, and I'm the head and not the tail.
The blessing of the Lord makes rich.
Makes rich, things like
And
that.
it brings no trouble unto it.
Yes.
Those things. Yeah.
So every day when you
every day
pray,
I meditate on those words.
yes, every day when you
Yes.
pray,
I like that.
you remind, not, I don't want to say remind, but in a way,
It's
you
a
remind
declaration.
God. You
It's-
declare,
yeah, you declare it.
And you
unto
say,
your
hi,
day.
God, reminder
About that thing.
about that thing. I am
When is it
saying
coming?
I am a lender and not a borrower. Because, like, the more you affirm it, the more you, I think, believe it. So, yeah, so that's a prayer board.
And the more it manifests.
I actually
Yeah.
like that. I know last year we talked, but we were talking on a meme level about this, where this guy was on social media. He's a TikToker, I think, and then he was saying me praying for. I asked God for a wife, and then he gave me someone's wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You need to be
You
more
need to specify.
Yes.
Yeah.
So also that you need to go into details. Like, this is what I want. It's not just a car. It's a blue car.
It's a
this.
blue car with this,
With
exactly,
this,
because now you get a Dankie Botswana and it's like, thank you, God, but like,
No, sweetie.
it's not exactly what I had in mind.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously with the vision boards, we all know what vision boards
You
are.
put your pictures
You
there.
put your pictures there. It's
You
Aina
look
in
at
Hollywood,
them every
you know,
day.
things like that. Aina at her new job.
And you put little descriptions about what it is, like
Yeah.
where, let's say where there is food, you describe that, no, this year I'm becoming a vegan, I will have a fruit every day. You put little detailed descriptions
On
of
it.
what you are going to do.
What you're going
That's
to
how
do.
And then
you're
you
supposed
have
to do a vision board.
Let's say if I want to manifest like a mansion, so I have a mansion there. on my
Because it
vision
helps with
board.
the visualization
So and then
process.
every morning when I look at that, I imagine living
Yes.
in that mansion
Yeah.
or whatever the house is or the car, etc.
Because sometimes even with meditations, they do say visualize, see yourself in that house.
Yeah, I was
See
just
yourself
going
in that
to
car.
say that you need to, if you don't see yourself in it, it won't happen.
It won't
you
happen.
can have it on the wall of your room, of your kitchen,
On your
but-
screensaver, on your phone.
screensaver, but if you don't actually, you say you want to be a millionaire, but you can't imagine yourself
As a
in Louis
millionaire.
Vuitton
Yes.
swiping your money.
Yes.
you can't
So
imagine swiping, let's say 100K for a handbag.
Yes.
Yes.
To you, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
you need
Exactly.
to live in that moment. You need to live as already it had happened.
Has already
for
happened.
you.
And
Yeah.
it's not just with visualization, because even with prayer, that's what they say. You need to believe that that thing has
To
happened.
whom, what is that saying? I'm not so good with scriptures, but somewhere along the lines, if you pray with belief, it has already happened.
Well,
So if-
I think one of my favorite scriptures is whoever one of you has faith, as little as a mustard seed, you can tell that, you can say to that mountain, move, and it will move. Yes.
Yeah.
And whatever you pray for, believe you have received it and it shall be yours.
Yes, I think that's the one that
Yes,
I
yes.
was
So that's
paraphrasing.
basically, I think, it's one of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the year, but I'm more
So
of
you
now.
do a vision board?
No, prayer board.
Oh, prayer
I'm more
board.
of a prayer board girly, and also just journaling.
I
Write
have
it down.
scriptures that I affirm every day.
Yes.
Does that qualify as a
Prayer board,
prayer board?
in a way.
Because
In
it's
a
on
way.
my phone and I just go swipe, ta, ta, ta.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
declare.
So you have
and
a
I
virtual
declare.
prayer board.
I have a virtual prayer
I
board.
picked up, but I'm a writer, so that
Yes.
comes naturally to me. So, but I started writing now. Even if I have to, reaffirm something that I'm
Yes.
not believing. Like they say, I don't think I'm a good swimmer, and then I'm a good
Like,
swimmer.
I'm a
know,
good swimmer.
Over and
I'm a-
over, I'm a
yes.
good swimmer. I'm a
So
good
you
swimmer.
you journal.
Yes,
basically.
and then I write it over and over and over. And I saw, who is this guy? Is it Harry Styles? It's maybe Shawn Mendes. I think.
Yeah.
He wrote, like, I sing what in what pitch over and
Wow.
over in his book.
Wow.
Like, the whole book, it just has that one saying.
Yeah, because there's that one
And then that changed
7
something in
times
him.
what? 7 by 7 by 7 technique or something like
Yes.
that. I don't remember.
But he was just writing every day that,
where
like,
you write
over and over and
the
over.
saying 7 times on
Oh,
7 pages.
really?
On
I didn't
I don't
know
remember.
about that.
No, guys, that's
I should
tedious.
try.
That's a
I-
tedious
I'm
was
a
right
writer.
about
I'm
that.
willing to. So I've started doing that more.
Yeah.
So the more I write, the more it just.
You start
You
to
it
you start to
sinks in.
believe, yeah, like you're like,
sinks
oh
in.
no, I can't swim. They're like, no, you can.
You
Like,
can
just say it
swim.
over and
I'm
over and over.
Because a lot of the
with this
times we
life.
actually do discourage ourselves. But do let us know how you actually set your goals for the year, where you set them in your journal, on your vision board, on your prayer board. And who knows, maybe whatever techniques you use, we'll also be using them. Now, after the break, we briefly talk about our regrets and lessons from the year 2024. Stick around for that. I think at the beginning of the year, everybody does reflect on the year that was. And we take a look at some of the lessons. I think every year comes with a lesson. It's 12 months, it's 365 days. You
Sometimes
definitely-
366.
Sometimes 365 and a quarter.
Exactly.
So you learned so much. What were some of the biggest lessons that you learned from 2024 that you'll take into 2025?
Oh, I have to think really deep about that. I think for me, it will just be to stay on course, stick things out, and don't go off, don't derail, or don't move away from your path, the
I
path
see.
which you have set for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think it's easier for us to be, distracted. So I think my biggest lesson is don't allow yourself to be distracted. Because oftentimes you know that now I'm being distracted, but you still give in to that distraction. For me, I think
Girl.
that's what I've learned this year, and that's what I will probably, last year rather, that's what I would
Take with you this year.
This year, just do what you say you will do. Be a woman, be a woman of your
Man,
word.
Be a person of your
Be a
word.
person of your word. Be a person of your action. Stick by yourself.
Yes.
Do what you say you will do. Don't go with the
With the flow.
Flow.
Don't follow.
Everybody.
Because everyone has
Yes.
a different path.
And
Yeah.
I saw you do that so effortlessly last year. Like, I think I'll come to you and I would let somebody's words or somebody's actions get to
Discourage you,
me.
yeah.
Yes. And then she'll be like, but no, this is your lane.
Yes.
Focus on that.
yes. This
Not
is who you
And
are.
even when
And they
people
are really
do come in your
distractions.
lane,
And they are really distractions. And they are really, really distractions. And I think my big lesson was also similar to that. It's also just learning people's characters.
yeah.
Like, if somebody comes and they're always whatever gossiping, whatever, let's say that's an example, you need to have the discernment to know that this, whatever this person is doing, it's not about me.
It's about
Yes,
them.
It's about them.
They have their
They
insecurities.
have their own
They're projecting.
And I used to personalize it. Like, you know,
Yeah,
when
and
somebody comes
internalize
and
it.
internalize
Yeah.
it, I'm like, oh no, I'm like, no, it's not about me.
It's not about you most of the
never.
time.
It's just a them thing.
They're just projecting.
Yes.
I think for me, regarding that, you do have to remember that not everybody is your friend.
Not everybody is your friend.
Make
And
that
also,
distinction. These are colleagues, these are co-workers, these are friends,
These are neighbors.
These are
these are
acquaintances.
neighbors, these are acquaintances, these are cousins. Because cousins sometimes are not even your friends either. So you do need to make that distinction, and you need to know, okay, I can share this with Glenn but not with Ina, and I can share this with Ina but not with Glenn. Make that distinction. Know who your people are.
Yeah.
And don't assume that because you guys talk, these people are your friends.
Yes.
Don't assume that because they're smiling and
you
they're
guys are
hugging
friends.
you and they...
I think also,
and also the most important one, just don't personalize whatever they do.
Yes.
I
Don't
think also the
personalize it.
biggest lesson for me was to draw really distinctions in people's character, just like
Yes.
what you've said. And also, it's important that you know when to speak and what to say.
And also when to be quiet.
When
And
to be quiet.
Sometimes let them
I
say
really
things.
learned,
Let them
like-
say things, yeah.
I really learned this year that you don't have to share
Last year.
everything.
Last
Year, you don't have to share everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to, tell everyone everything
Everything.
about yourself. Some things you cut out, and I think you need to filter
Yeah.
out the noise from other people, and also filter out yourself
Yes.
when you are in a group
Because
or setting
again,
of
you
people.
get distracted
Yes.
and you forget your goals and your journey. I think those were some of the biggest lessons that we learned from last year that we will be taking into this year. Focus on your journey. It's your journey, nobody else's. And remember, no two journeys are alike. You may be the same age, you may have had the same circumstances, but no two journeys are alike. we each have our own journey. Just remember to stay on your lane, and I think that's all we can say.
Let's get 2025.
Let's
guys.
get this is our year. This
Guys,
is our year.
2025 is our year. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
it's our year.
Call
But
us out
anyway,
in June.
call us out in June if we haven't stuck to our goals. Luckily, we haven't made any of them public. But do remember to keep your things to yourself and focus on your own journey. We will be entertaining you, of course, throughout the course of the year, and we couldn't be more excited. Until tomorrow, because we're back again tomorrow, do have yourselves a fantastic Bastrata day. Do enjoy, have fun, eat as much food as you can from Dana Master.
And Aina Raiza Koyo.
And Glenora Shipura.
Happy New Year!